welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corin
and Bo.
So,
do we just get straight into the freaking wild Zach Bryan drama?
I really want to know because I didn't see a lot about it. I saw your TikToks and I had people telling me some things, but I don't know. So tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I am just shocked and so entertained by it all, which is terrible because it's their life. So it shouldn't be so entertaining. And actually, I feel for Brie, and I'm proud of her for speaking up. So I guess you got to start back at
yeah, because I'm confused about how Barstool Sports is involved.
Yeah.
I keep seeing that they're involved, and I don't know a lot about them, but the pizza guy.
Correct, Dave Portnoy. So Dave Portnoy is on and Brianna Chickenfry and a guy named Josh do a podcast together.
Okay.
BFF Pods.
Okay, I was really wondering
that's
how
where
Barstool
Sports come in.
She's
technically, and I don't know if Dave even. I don't know. I get confused there because Dave co-founded Barstool Sports, but if I'm correct and remember right, he sold it. But I think he still works for them.
I know that the other guy seems to be the head. The guy that's real douchey seems to be the head of it.
Dave, right?
No, there's another one. And he had a different name, and because they were picking on him a couple years ago because he openly cheated on his wife and was a real douchey, but then was also judging people online about it. And they were like, "You this fucking guy."
No, I don't remember
that. Casey? Why do I want to say
sure
KFC?
I would know it if
else.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
but I don't know. But I think they're all still they're all employed by Barstool Sports. I think BFF Pods is part of. I don't know.
Right, you got your broadcasting, whatever, your LLC umbrella.
So, Brianna Chickenfry, which obviously that's not her real name. Her real name is Palgia or something like that. I don't even know. But
people name their kids crazy stuff. I would believe if you said it was real.
She started her TikTok. She was Brianna Chickenfry, and so she's now since changed it. That's no longer her handle, but that's what everyone knows her as because that's what she was when she started getting famous. So people don't know Brianna LaPaglia.
Right.
They know Brianna Chickenfry. So Brianna Chickenfry was dating Zach Bryan. And I don't know the relationship length. I don't think it matters.
I think that you explained this in a TikTok, but I'm confused already. He sang Chicken Fried?
No. Zach Bryan sang Chicken Fry. I mean, not Zach Bryan, Zach Brown Band.
I was about to say, wait, what?
No.
I thought this was that. I'm so confused.
Zach Brown Band sang the song Chicken Fry.
Zach Bryan
sings Something in the Orange. And,
okay. Oh, I like that song. Oh,
yeah,
too bad.
I know.
Too bad.
And so he pretty much...
Something in the Orange tells me you're a douche.
Yeah. So he was dating... They broke up. Okay? And immediately after they broke up, before the world knew they broke up, someone came on TikTok and was like, Zach Bryan's on Raya, which Raya is a very exclusive dating app. A lot of celebrities are on it and they have to be verified and they're vetted before they can even get on Raya. And then there's a lot of everyday people on there too, but they have to be invited by someone that's already on it.
So I've never even heard of this.
So it's really exclusive, but you get famous people on it. And someone was like, Brianna Chickenfry, get your boy, he's on Raya. And then immediately after that, Zach Bryan puts out a Instagram post that says a long post about how they're no longer together. And then she gets on TikTok and was like, I had no idea he was going to post that. I haven't even had a chance to tell my family or anybody yet. He's immediately on Raya. I didn't know he was going to announce it to the world that we had broken up.
But she knew that they broke up?
Yeah, they had broken up, but she wasn't ready to tell the world about it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I just didn't know if she knew the way that this was all been.
No. So then it comes out that he was cheating on her and he was extremely narcissistic, emotionally abusive. And Dave...
That's how tracks with celebrities, right?
Right.
Right? I feel like this is okay.
And so then Dave and Josh, who Brianna Chickenfry does the podcast with, put out a diss track, just out of nowhere. And they freaking, it was so good. It was catchy. Josh can sing. The verses, whatever, the lines were like, oh shit. There's one that was, you're really good at being country without the second syllable.
Oh, I think that was part on your TikTok.
Yeah,
that was the part
probably.
that was on your thing. So I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you made like a couple of TikToks about it and they were really good. And that's the only
Yes.
information I had was from you.
So, I mean, the whole thing was good. And then there's a part at the end that goes to the melody of like one of his songs, but they say, how lucky is Bree to be free of ZB and his STDs.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's so fucked up. Apparently, like, he gave a girl, I don't know, that he cheated on. It's all obviously, like, we don't know the truth, but
Man, but that
was, like,
flows.
the
That's
lure
really
behind
good.
it. Yeah.
Nice lyrics.
So
Josh is a lyricist.
yeah, and apparently they have a guy named Roan who is like the world champion of rap battles
Fantastic.
on Barstool
B
Sports
Rabbit
payroll. Yeah. So he
Nice.
had like writing credits to this too.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, the
Let
whole
rap battle
thing
guy
is so
involved.
good if you can find it, because it immediately got taken down. Like this was so this all happened election night. Like I woke up the morning
on your
after
TikTok,
the
though.
election. It is, and I don't know why that sound is still available. The sound on that TikTok I made. It's still there though. Like it hasn't been taken down yet.
I was gonna say, because like that's the only thing that I heard, but like you definitely have music on your TikTok.
Yeah,
I normally have my volume off. I turned it up to watch yours.
Yeah, that one is still, the sound is still there. So if you want to hear a portion of it, but it's still out. I mean, you can find it where people like screen recorded it and shit.
But,
But
it's not on Apple
the
Music.
actual like that they put out on Spotify, YouTube, like
That's so
all the
freaking
streaming
funny.
services is gone. And so then they thought it was because, the end where they were, how lucky is Bree, was like a copyright infringement to
Use his melody or whatever.
to his song. So they took that part out and put it back up, and then it immediately got taken down again by Warner Music Group, which is who Zach Bryan is signed by.
Fair enough.
Turns out Josh, who was on the song back in 2020, wrote some track, I don't know, wrote some song, put it out, it went semi-viral, and he signed a contract with Warner Music Group, and they own any music he ever puts out for like the next 5 songs or something
So
crazy.
what do they do? Take him off the writing credit?
So, well, it's his song, like he's singing in it. Dave only does like some of it. I mean, that it was so then.
Well, I can't be signing contracts.
I know, dumbass. How do you not know that you did this? I mean, it was 4 years ago, but still, don't you have like a little bit of inkling in your brain that like
You signed a contract?
you signed a contract for music at some point in your life?
You would think.
You would think.
You would think.
So then Dave was like, fuck that. They're not going to hold me down. And he went in. Oh, the song, by the way, is called The Smallest Man, as an ode to
Yeah.
him being short, but also Dave is like a big Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
So like she has the song called The Smallest Man That Ever Lived. So this all kind of has like a little bit of like Swiftie vibe to it as well. There's a part that like
into this.
there's a one part where he's like, we should have known who chooses Kanye over Taylor, because he tweeted,
I remember that.
He like
Yeah.
tweeted Kanye's
Son of a bitch.
greater than Taylor, and then came back on the next day and was like profusely apologizing about it. I mean, there were just so many digs in this song. And so Dave went in the studio and re-recorded it with like some, I don't know if they got some no-name girl or if it's like an AI voice singing, but they got a girl on it, and then they called it The Smallest Man Dave's version.
Nice.
To take Josh out of it. So now that version is out there, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not as good as the one with Josh on it. Like, he just had the voice for it, I think.
But if you can't let him in, you can't. If
I
it's
know.
if it's him or nothing,
Yeah.
we'll take it with the AI or
Yeah.
whatever the hell it is.
So then after all that, all the song drama, all blah blah blah, BFFs does a special podcast that, like, on a day that they don't normally release, whatever, and they sit down with Brie, and she just freaking like airs out so much dirty laundry of their relationship. And she says that she was offered $12 million if she signed an NDA.
And she said, "Fuck you."
And she didn't fucking take the money.
Good for
She
her.
almost did. She almost did.
Good for her.
But they like hesitated on sending it. It was supposed to be like $5 million up front, and then like X amount of money for whatever until she hits 12 million. You know what I mean? So they hesitated on sending the 5 million, and Dave got in the middle of it and like sent an email like, he's like, I can wire $5 million right now. What do they mean they can't send you that? Whatever. So he got in the middle of it, and then they decided, you know what? That you're not taking the money. Let's tell your story.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love everything about this.
Yeah. And she said in that interview that like he at one point off like her contract was up with Barstool Sports. She was signing a new contract, and he offered her double. Zach Bryan offered her double of what Barstool's was going to pay her for her to not sign the contract while they were together. Like,
That's
he just
weird
keeps
and
trying to like
controlling.
throw her. Yes, like extremely controlling.
That's so weird and controlling. And like, okay, fine, you make money, but like, what? And you want everyone to make money? You
She's
know
like,
what I
but
mean?
I love what I do.
Right.
Like, she's like, I don't want to not do this. I love it. Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And like, she wore like this really hot like Golden Globes like dress to the Golden Globes, and he like gave her shit about it and told her like she can't, like tried to control what she was wearing. And then like she's told the story about one time she was like walking through the house singing Morgan Wallen, and he told her, don't sing another man's song in his house. Like, what the fuck?
That's some weird controlling shit.
Weird controlling
shit.
Yeah. And she says that that wasn't like what those little bits that she talks about in that interview aren't even close to like what, there's so much more that she's just not ready to talk about yet.
It's probably scary for her too. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's clearly going to come after you. He already is. He's already like, and like you said that he's like emotionally abusive. Like, I'm sure she's scarred and like scared.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
thankfully
good for
she's
her.
got fucking Dave and Josh by her side. This Dave Portnoy seems like a good guy to have on your side.
You know, I was a little mad about his frozen fucking okay, right? So his whole deal is one bite. That's all you get.
Yeah,
so he
the
goes
pizza,
and he takes
yeah.
it. Right. So then he made a frozen pizza and it wasn't good. And then I was mad at him because I was like, who the fuck? You sell out motherfucker. Your pizza's not even good. And that's your whole thing. But I mean, that doesn't really have anything to do.
Yeah. I mean, he does. There's,
with, like-
there's definitely like times when I'm like, I see something on Dave and I'm like, he's kind of annoying, or like,
Yeah, he's a little obnoxious. He's a little obnoxious for sure. Yeah. I just felt like he was a sellout because he was like, I try the best pizza and tell you.
And then you have a frozen pizza that sucks.
At Walmart.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what? He's redeemed himself. I'm back. I'm back on the Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
Right now because.
Yeah, it's wild. And this whole drama is like still ongoing. I mean, she's still, I mean, he hasn't said anything. Like, I don't know what you do in his situation. Do you embrace it? You know, do you
well, if
embrace
you're that
this,
much of a narcissist, he's probably mad and throwing things around his fucking living room.
Yeah.
He's probably breaking shit
he broke
in his
her
kitchen.
phone. She's
I
like,
knew
I
it.
broke,
Knew
like,
it.
my phone's still cracked from like when he threw it.
Knew it.
Yeah. And it's just very controlling, and tried to shut her up with $12 million. And she said, fuck that. And her best friends or people, whatever, her friends made a freaking diss song about him that is so fucking good.
I knew that this had to be good because so like we live in Florida and everybody listens to country music. And even if you try not to, it's on in the dentist, right? I have one person in my family that really does not listen to country music. The only time I listen to country music is when they're like, Beyonce's country album was good. And that's how you know they really don't listen to country music, because it wasn't.
Yeah. She's nominated for a Grammy for that too.
Stupid. Pander and nonsense. Anyway, I'm still mad about that fucking one lyric. Anyway, and that cousin texted me and was like, do you know, you should talk about this on your podcast. And I was like,
so good.
we already started, but it's Kim's thing, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to let her tell me. That's what I told her. I was like, look, Kim's on it. And she was like, good, because this is really interesting stuff.
It was pretty crazy. And I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that like I've left out. I don't know though. I wish I could. I don't want to like play the song. You have to go find it. It's called The Smallest Man. And if you can find the original version with Josh on it, it's so good. There's something in, what is it? There's something in the orange, and it's you behind these bars.
That's a good one.
They just like threw in so many references to his songs. Like, they played a snippet of him. He got arrested and was like talking shit like to the officers, and they played like the snippet of that arrest video like in the middle of the song.
That's so good.
I mean, it was just like perfection when it came to like a diss track.
Yeah, you know what? I'm over Dave's shitty pizza at Walmart because he's back on my good list right now. And that is just so fun.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the only oh no, this too about Zach Bryan that I have to say. Because, so obviously everyone hates Zach Bryan on TikTok right now. People are like throwing out his shit and like talking crap, whatever. But he has also summoned the Swifties because.
Fantastic.
And they are very good at investigating.
Right. Yeah, that's your guys' thing, right?
Someone along the way has found 2 songs of Zach Bryan's that sound exactly like Taylor Swift's.
Really?
Like, I think I can play these for you. I'm just going to find the one TikTok that, like, where is it? She, like, played both as a mashup. I think this is it. Hold on. Okay. So this is Zach Bryan, Pink Skies. And now this is Taylor Swift's Betty.
That sounds exactly the same. Literally.
Like, what?
So,
and then,
Taylor
hold on.
Sue him?
And then, wait, where's the rest of it?
It just started back to your Pink Skies again.
It was just this. Oh, okay, hold on. There was another one. Oh, stop. Sorry. Stop. What was the other one?
That one alone was pretty fucking damning.
Yeah. And then the other one was...
The Swifties are entering the Zach.
Okay.
Should have said no.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to try to find the spot.
Zach Bryan's Let You Down versus Taylor Swift Should Have Said No.
Okay, this is Zach Bryan, Let You Down. This is Taylor Swift Should Have Said No.
Well, I could tell from the beginning that it sounded like Should Have Said No, and we know that she was first because that was one of her like teenager fucking
Should
songs.
Have Said No is on her very first album.
I figured, I don't remember exactly which one, but I knew that she was a teenager for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so he is a little thieving bitch.
Yeah. And there's another one with that Zach Bryan did with John Mayer, and then
I don't like him either.
And they're saying that it sounds like Dear John, which everyone knows was about John Mayer. But then, I don't know. I listened to that one, and I didn't save that one because I personally didn't feel like it was that close.
Oh, those two were, though.
Not like those two. And Dear John was, like, done to sound like a John Mayer song. So, of course, like, it's going to sound like a John,
so his songs are going to sound like that.
Right. So, I didn't save that one because I didn't think that, but that is fucking those two,
especially the first one. The second one, like, was very close, but there was maybe a slight difference. Not enough that I think you couldn't get away with suing him over it, but the first one was exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
And the second one was very fucking close.
Yeah.
Very fucking close, if not exactly the same, and I just didn't quite hear it because I don't have music here.
So, I don't know. That's to be updated if Taylor actually pursues that.
That would be fantastic.
I mean, she might just out of vengeance of him saying that Kanye is better than her.
Right. Well, and fucking over girls. She don't like that either. So, you know what? Something in the orange tells me he's about through.
Yeah. Something in the orange.
I'm not going to stop with that. That's
I know.
fun.
It's such a good...
It's such a good one.
All right. So, I guess... Yeah, $12 million offered in an NDA. But, he has 2 wives, too. Well, he has a girlfriend before Brie and then a wife before her. And now everyone, obviously, whatever, if they took the money, they took the money. But, like, is this a track? Like, I'd love to know if, like, not, who cares if they took it, but just out of curiosity, like, if this is, like...
Does he have to pay women not to talk shit about it?
Something he does.
Yeah. Seems like it. Seems like it. We haven't heard shit from the other two?
Correct. Except the ex-girlfriend posted like a video of her dancing in her kitchen to the song Clean by Taylor, which is kind of like, you escaped, like you're out, you're clean, like.
So that's that's as good as she can get because she signed her NDA.
Right.
If she signed an NDA, that's as close as she can get.
Yeah, like she didn't say anything.
What do you got? I don't have a lot of like regular pop culture, so tell me whatever you got.
This was just something that Perez Hilton posted about the other day, that Kevin Costner, divorce rumor, he cheated and got Montana girl pregnant while filming Yellowstone, claim locals. And I don't know if that's true or whatever, but I do know that like last night's episode of Yellowstone, and I didn't watch how, so I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but like Kevin Costner was taken out because he didn't like they weren't going to do this season of Yellowstone because Kevin Costner wasn't coming back. So they decided to do it, but they had to get him out. So now they're saying that he also got a girl pregnant while in Montana and is filing for divorce. So it sounds like his life might be crumbling right now, and that's why he didn't want to do Yellowstone anymore.
Yeah, I didn't watch the show at all. But I remember when they first mentioned that he was like divorcing, and hadn't him and his wife been together for like decades. I remember being like a big shock that he was like divorcing.
Yeah. Well, supposedly it's because he got someone pregnant in Montana, which is where they're filming Yellowstone, and now he's like not even on Yellowstone anymore. And then I had one last little tidbit, one last little announcement, whatever celebrity shit was that today, MGK and Megan Fox announced that they're having a baby.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I don't really know. I didn't know they were still together, to be honest. They've been very rocky.
Do you remember when we were in high school and we went to your friend's
literally
house?
thought of this afternoon when I read this.
And that boy was like, I went to prom with, what's her name? And we didn't believe him. And then he had to show us pictures.
And then he showed us pictures.
Yeah, he did. Some boy.
And I worked with him. I have no idea. I could not remember him for the, like, I literally, when I read this today, that memory popped up in my head. Because,
I remember
and I don't know if
house.
we've talked about this on the podcast before or not, but yeah, I worked with this guy at my second job at a restaurant, and I don't even remember how we ended up like hanging out with him.
I don't think you worked with him yet. We were hanging out with him because he was friends with our friend Brian.
Oh, but I swore he worked at.
I think afterwards or maybe before, or maybe that's what. But we went over there with fucking Brian Walsh.
I was wondering how we ended up there.
We went over there. It was like a time where like only I had my license, so like we had to go see his friend because he was with us, and we ended up at that guy's house.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I went to prom with Megan Fox." We're like, "No, the fuck you didn't." And at this time, Megan Fox literally was known for what? Maybe the first Transformers movie.
No,
but we knew her from Mary-Kate and Ashley.
I don't even think the Transformers movie was out. It was right. It was the Mary-Kate and Ashley. She was on the holiday. It was like that last shitty one.
Yeah, she was like the mean girl.
Right.
And that's how we knew her. And we're like, no, you didn't go to prom with her. And he legit had the fucking picture of going to prom with her. We're like, oh, fuck.
I remember like being in his house and like him like making us like go like upstairs. We even had a two-story house here. And like looking at this fucking picture. And we're like, well, shit.
But I don't remember that kid's name at all.
I'm like, all right.
But I thought it was because I worked with him. But I was wondering how we even ended up at his house, but now that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why we were there. Yeah. We were taking him over there. I don't know.
Yeah. But now she's pregnant with her first child with him, but then she's got 3 kids with Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, which is so wild to me.
Yeah.
I'm a big 90210 fan from way back when, so I'm always like, whenever any of them are involved in anything, I'm like, aren't you guys 60?
I know.
Because I was now a little kid watching
with the girl that was on Dancing with the Stars, right? They started dating?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the girl that Bobby Bones was partnered with on Dancing with the Stars is now dating Brian Austin Green, or was.
I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I don't know. I don't even know what Bobby Bones looks like. I've only ever listened to his stupid radio show.
He's kind of nerdy looking.
You know what? He sounds like he's nerdy looking.
Yeah.
I believe that.
His wife's hot, though.
I believe that, too.
She's super young. Not like super... She's younger, though.
I thought he was gay, honestly.
I've never thought that. But... and then Liam Payne, I mean, we've talked about him a few times, so I just... there was 3 charged in the death investigation, including a hotel employee. And I thought one of them was pretty wild. Like, someone was charged with leaving him alone in the hotel room.
Is that something you charge somebody with?
I don't know. Maybe I forget what they called it. But literally it was like he was with him and left him. So they're charging him with like abandoning someone. I don't fucking know.
And abandoning a vulnerable person?
Or something like that, yeah. And then the hotel employee is charged with providing him drugs because they think there was like in one of the pictures there's like a box of like a Dove soap, and they think that like the the maid service people are the only ones that have like access to that Dove soap, and they think that's how they were delivering
Because
drugs
crack looks like
to
soap.
rooms. Yeah, in the boxes.
And like them little pipes he had
So-
looked like crack pipes. Like I don't know exactly what it was on, but like the little like the tinfoil pipes and shit,
So they're making progress with him
that's so sad.
with the investigation. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that's what I've got for pop culture news this week. What do you have for Disney?
Well, I started Lacey Peterson stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I have a couple of opinions, and I didn't get very far. So, first of all, Scott is up for... All right, so everybody remembers Lacey and Scott Peterson, right?
Yes.
2002-ish?
Yeah. She was the one that missing off the boat, right?
Okay, so what happened was he got home on Christmas Eve. They were supposed to have Christmas Eve at the mom's. He got home and she wasn't home. So he called her mom and said, "Is she at your house?" And the mom said no. And he said, "Well, then she's missing." And then the mom said, "Well, why don't you call her friends and see if any of them have seen her?" And he called all of her friends and said, "She's missing." And then he was like, she probably was walking the dog, and that would have been dangerous because she was so pregnant and it was muddy. And then they eventually found her body in like the park by their house. I think in a boat, near a boat.
Why did I think that he like went on a boat or something?
He had said that he was fishing the whole day.
Oh, okay. I'm like, why do I remember a boat?
Yeah, and so I didn't watch. So there's like a 3-part documentary on Netflix right now, and I started it, and I didn't watch all of it. But in January 24, the Los Angeles Innocence Project took on Peterson's case and filed a motion for DNA testing. The Innocence Project argues that the initial investigation overlooked crucial evidence, such as a burned van found near the Peterson home on Christmas Day, and the van contained a mattress with possible bloodstains.
What the fuck?
Right? And like that is weird if you... But, like, it was weird to me, like, just watching the first 10 minutes that he just assumed she was missing. Like, if I came home and you weren't home, not you know what I mean? Like, if I came home and no one was home, I would absolutely, like the mom said, call the friend, see where she is, not just be like, oh, she's missing. Oh, she's missing. And then just in, like, the first few minutes of it, and then it was like her friends were the ones that were, like, making flyers. Like, her friends were the ones that were like, should we call the media? Should we do this? Should we do that? And he just, like, wasn't really involved. And he was so, like, normal and calm that it's hard for me to believe that and like I remember there was so much else. I didn't get far into it, but I'm very curious to see how we got around to it.
I didn't want to I saw that documentary on there, and I almost put it on the other day, but then I heard that it was like trying to prove his innocence or something like that, or it was like talking about his innocence. And honestly, I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit because I feel like it's just gonna make me mad. Like,
I'm 10 minutes in and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How is anyone defending him? He's literally like, oh, she's missing. Like that. And like, we knew that like he had been telling that other woman that like him and his wife weren't together anymore. Like before, wasn't he saying that she was dead like before she was dead? And
yeah.
I
mean, I feel like there was a lot of incriminating evidence against him for now to them to be like, oh, actually he's innocent.
Right. So I mean, I'm gonna watch it because because like you're right. Like it was definitely pissing me off, but I'm also real curious how we got here.
That's true.
Like I need to know how the fuck we got here.
Right.
Because I thought you know what I mean? This is like
and I feel like the Innocence Project, I feel like usually helps people that they truly believe are innocent. Like they don't just pick it like anybody, you know what I mean? Like they do their due diligence to determine if they're gonna, advocate for someone.
Exactly. And that's what made me feel like I needed to know because right, like if it was just like him and his crackpot lawyer.
Right.
Okay. Whatever, Scott, do your thing. I wouldn't care. But the fact that there's like a whole Innocence Project involved makes me feel like
this whole fucking van down the road on Christmas Day with a bloody mattress is fucking like. Did anybody ever explain that?
Did we never? I didn't know. I've never heard of it. So that's what like I can't. So I mean, I guess that's why we're reopening this. I don't know. Again, I didn't watch much of it, but I don't know. I brought it up for a segue for next time.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Watch it. All right, Disney.
Yes, Disney.
All right, so if you don't know, the gingerbread houses are...
I saw that.
So that's exciting. And they're up and they're about. All right, so D23 was in Brazil over the weekend. Over the 3 days.
Is that a second one? Because didn't they just have one?
They had, like, the United States one. I guess Brazil has their own. Honestly, I didn't take notes on half of it because it was about, like, Brazilian Disney, and there's like a lot of like they have their own, so a lot of it like does apply to all of us, but they have a lot more like shows and actors and things that like I had never even heard of. So
I didn't know that there was a whole other like
me neither.
Yeah.
So, Ice Age 6 is in the works.
Oh,
How did we get there?
how did we get there? I
There's-
wonder if he's ever caught the fucking acorn.
I don't think so. Scratch that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can't catch an acorn. Like, there's a Ice Age movie that we watch regularly, because I have a little kid, and it's like they fall through and there's like an Ice Age underneath, and then it's a dinosaur one. Where are you guys going with 6?
Right.
I don't even know. Okay, this I also am not interested in, but there's a new Lion King movie. It's gonna be Mufasa, the Lion King, and it's gonna be about like how Mufasa came up. But it's live action. Why?
Oh,
Why?
that's annoying.
Why?
Yeah, I didn't like the live action Lion King. It was too
I didn't even
weird.
watch it because I don't want to, because
Yeah.
it is weird. It is
Yeah.
weird. This is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's meant to be a cartoon.
It's meant to be a cartoon.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I don't think I've seen any of the live action movies yet, honestly. I like keep meaning to. Like, I'd like to watch the Little Mermaid one. I do want to watch that one. I just haven't.
I feel like that's not as weird as like the animal one. Like Lion King is literally all animals. Keep it cartoon.
Right. That's my thing. Right. That's why, like, I'm
Like
interested in watching
it's
Little
meant
Mermaid,
to be
but,
like imaginary. Like Little Mermaid, at least like humans, like people.
right, there's people in it. Right,
Yeah.
right, right. Whereas, like, the whole cast is fucking animals.
Yeah.
Why?
Quit making it
Why are we
weird.
live actioning that?
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
weird. Okay. Live action Snow White comes out March 21st, 2025. I know that we knew that was coming, but I didn't know if we knew the date.
No,
I think they just
so.
announcing these dates. Live action Lilo and Stitch is May 23rd,
Again,
2025.
a weird live action. Fucking Stitch is not even a normal
Have you seen
animal.
any pictures? He's so creepy. The live action.
I
Stitch is
believe
so
it. He
fucking
probably
creepy.
looks like a fucking gremlin.
He does.
Yeah.
A blue gremlin. He does. He does. Tron Ares. I don't know. I never watched the first Tron. I don't know how many Trons I got now, but I feel like it's too many. Eric would probably disagree, but you know what? He's on here, so it doesn't matter. October 10th. Dream Productions, a new limited series from the world of Inside Out. All 4 episodes begin streaming on Disney Plus December 11th. And then also somebody from Inside Out 2 was there to thank everybody for, it's like the #1 fucking animated movie this year.
I never even watched it.
No.
Is it did you just say it's a series that's coming out?
Yeah. 4 episodes
Based on the Inside Out character? Like
on
the
the
Inside Out
world of
characters?
Inside Out. So I don't know what that means, right? For like just a brain
So
stuff?
it's not like a show with the characters. It's like how Inside Out was.
Oh, no. I think it's going to be like a show like with the characters, but I think it means like from like their world. Like it's going to be like probably like, instead of being based around like the girl Riley, it'll be based on like just the emotions in their
Oh, okay.
deep back of their mind or whatever the hell they do. Win or Lose, an all-new original series launching on Disney Plus February 19th, features the intertwined stories of different characters as they each prepare for their championship softball game. So I don't know I don't know anything about that, but if you're interested in softball. Okay. D23 Brazil audience was the first to see an exclusive new trailer in the works for Pixar's upcoming film Elio. Elio? I keep saying this. It's going to be like a robot thing, I think.
Okay.
It opens in theaters July 13th. And then Hoppers introduces Mabel, an animal lover who seizes an opportunity to use new technology to hop her consciousness into a lifelike robotic beaver. That's going to be in theaters in 2026. There's a lot of robot shit going on.
Yeah.
June 19th, 2026, fans will see the next chapter of Toy Story.
Oh.
5.
Oh, this is where they fight the electronics.
Probably. Yeah.
I think it is.
Oh,
I think that
is.
is the
It
storyline
is?
of it. Yeah, they fight not fight, but you know what I mean? Like they're competing for time.
Oh, I get it
Against
against
the
devices and
electronics.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That'll be cute. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I've seen past 2. So.
Oh, I think I've seen them all. I like Toy Story. Do you know that help me out, Woody?
Oh yeah,
Tim
Tim Allen.
Do you know that is it Tim Allen?
No. Nope. Tom Hanks is Woody.
Tom Hanks. Yes,
Tim Allen's
thank you. I'm
Buzz.
like, wait. I was like, wait. I'm telling a story about the Forrest Gump guy, and that's not Tim Allen. So who fucking
Nope.
voices
Tim
Woody?
Allen's Tim Twin Taylor.
Yeah, Woody is
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Do you know that Tom Hanks has a brother that sounds exactly like him that voices all of the Woody toys?
No.
Yes.
That's really funny though.
Yeah.
Good for him though. Get
Yeah.
some money. Get
Like
some job.
literally, and Tom Hanks has employed his brother since like Forrest Gump times as like his stunt double and his voice double, and like his whole career is just being Tom Hanks's like double. And some of the parts in Forrest Gump where they were like running across, where Forrest Gump is running across the country. His brother did some of that because they literally traveled to all of those places that he was running in. And
it's probably too much for him to
it was too much for like
right?
one person to do. So his brother went and did some of those scenes.
That's really fun.
Isn't that funny?
I like Tom Hanks' family. Tom Hanks had some kids, and it was a real nice study in like how people are what you name them.
Oh.
So have you ever seen Tom Hanks' kids?
No.
So Colin
so.
Hanks is like real clean cut, and he's like, his name's Colin, and he's an actor, and he's real serious. And then there's Chet. And Chet is a fucking maniac who is regularly just
That's funny.
acting a fool in the fucking tabloids. And it's a fun study on how, names matter.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's got Colin and Chet, and you can tell. Okay, day 2. Skeleton Crew, a brand new Star Wars series launching Tuesday, December 3rd, with the first 2 episodes on Disney+. Season 2 of Andor comes out April 22nd. That's also a Star Wars thing, and I watched the first season. It's actually really good. Mandalorian and Grogu are going to have a movie that's coming out May 22nd. I don't even know how many episodes or seasons are in that show because I didn't watch that one.
2026.
2026. May 22nd, 2026. So far. The Amateur opens in theaters nationwide April 11th. I don't know what that is. Avatar, Fire and Ash opens exclusively in theaters December 19th, 2025.
Huh. Avatar. Remember how long it took them to make the first Avatar?
So is this the third one? Because didn't they recently come out with the second? So is Fire and Ash number 3?
I think so. But I just remember the first one being like, took so long to make, and then it like blew box office
and everybody
records
loved it.
because like how it was the first like CGI like
a really crazy one.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't watch it for the longest time, and the whole world was obsessed with it. And I had a roommate at the time whose like parents like bought it on Blu-ray, and they're like, "You guys have to watch this.
Yeah,
you have to
everyone
borrow
was obsessed
it."
with it.
It was like really long, and it was like at a time when I was like partying.
I think I just watched it like maybe 3 years ago, something stupid. Like I didn't watch it back then.
I put it on back then and definitely did not finish it.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be on Disney Plus November 12th.
Oh, finally. Holy shit. Wait, that's soon. That's like tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Oh, yay. I want to watch that again.
So by the time
you
this
can
comes
finally
out,
watch
it'll
it.
be on. I know, I can watch it. Well, the problem with watching it isn't even watching it. It's the fact that I haven't seen the last like 3 or 4 Marvel movies, and I'm caught up before that. So even though it doesn't matter in the long run, there's a lot of small continuity things that like for a normal person it doesn't matter, but I have a weird brain where I get mad if I don't get the jokes when I know that I could have got them if I watched that other. You know what I mean? It's like
I felt like we watched the second one right before we went, like a few days before we went and saw it in theater, and I feel like that helped. I don't know if I missed things because I hadn't seen the first one in so long,
right?
But I do think it helped watching the second one
right before.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that tonight then. Oh no, because I have to catch up on fucking Lacey. All right, Captain America: Brave New World stars Anthony Mackie. And
wait, Anthony Mackie's the new Captain America?
Yeah, that
new?
happened at the end of the other one because in one of the Avengers ones, Captain America like went back to the beginning. Or like it's confusing. It was like one of the Avengers movies.
It's all confusing. They all jump timelines and shit.
Right. Well, so so the whole Captain America thing, he was frozen, right? So then he comes back, they unfreeze him, but he was frozen in the 40s. So he missed like decades and all this stuff. So at the end of one of the is it Endgame? At the end of one of the Avengers movies, I think it's Endgame, where they go back and like reset everybody and they fix everything. He decides to go back and live his life from the 40s. And they're like, you did it, Cap. You're good. So, like, everybody else is jumping times to fix this. And then after they fix it all, he jumps back. And then at the end, they're all like, I want to say they're like at Iron Man's funeral. Maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's something else. And anyway, and he's like sitting on a bench and he's an old man. And then in the show, that's what it was. So this is the problem with the fucking movies, too. Marvel's putting out all these shows, too. And, like, the shows and the movies all tie in. So like,
much.
You didn't even know that he's not fucking, you know what I mean? So it was like there was a show... I think in the show, he became Captain America, and it was like this whole thing.
It's so hard to follow.
It's so hard, and that's my thing with is like with Deadpool. Like I'm very interested and I want to see it, but because I followed for so long, I will know that I'm missing. If I never knew, like I have like an aunt and a cousin that would just randomly go to Avengers movies every once in a while when they feel like it, and like they just pop into some of them. They don't watch them all; they watch the ones that they want to. So like they're perfectly fine with that. That would kill me. that
Yeah.
would kill me because there's so many
I
like
guess I
inside jokes
see,
that you're not
like,
getting.
for me, I was thinking with the Deadpool Wolverine that, like, you needed to brush up on Deadpool, but there's also all those
All
other
of it.
little, like, yeah.
And that's the thing, like, if you don't watch them all, you don't know what you're missing. But I've watched most of it, so now I know that I'm missing this shit. And also, you know, I'm weird about that stuff.
Right.
Like, I can't handle it when, like, movies ruin my books. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, that's the kind of shit that, like, really bothers me.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's my...
There is a lot of things in the Deadpool Wolverine that, like, were odes to past Marvel universes.
See? And that would piss me off
Yeah.
if I'm not caught up.
I feel like you probably will know more than you think you know, though.
I'm, like, 3
And
movies and multiple shows behind.
Yeah.
It's a lot because they just keep putting out the shit.
Yeah.
Danny Ramirez plays the Falcon. So Anthony Mackie had been the Falcon when what's his name was Captain America. So I guess they switch him. I don't know.
Fucking weird.
It's releasing in February 14th, 2025. Thunderbolt star David Harbour.
No idea.
He is on Stranger Things. Hopper.
Never
That's David
watched
Harbour.
it.
Okay. Well, you never watched Stranger Things?
No.
Jesus Christ, Kimberly. Okay, so in the Black Widow movie where they fucked ScarJo over,
Yeah.
he was like her dad.
Okay.
And then Florence, what's her name?
Pooh?
I don't know how to pronounce it. You know what I mean?
P-U-G-H.
She was the little sister. So they're coming. This movie's gonna be about them.
Okay.
He's gonna play Red Guardian. She's gonna be Yelena. She was really fucking funny. She was really funny in that movie. So I'm glad that they're gonna reprise those roles because they were really fucking. They were both really good in the Black Widow movie. Fantastic Four: First Steps introduces Marvel's first family. The crowd was given a sneak peek of the upcoming movie that will open in theaters on July 25th, 2025. So now this is a problem too. So when I started dating Eric, he was like, you know, you got to watch the Marvel movies. And I was like, okay, but if we're going to do this, I need to know everything. I have to start at the beginning or else, like I just said, I'm going to get pissed off. And he acted like I didn't need to know about Fantastic Four and I didn't need to know about X-Men. And now they're all involved and I can't even come up with the new movies, let alone I never watched those. Are you fucking kidding me? So this shit gets under my skin. What If? I'm very excited about What If. So season 3 is going to come out. I don't know that I watched season 2 because I'm behind on things, but What If is really interesting. It's a cartoon Marvel series, but it follows like if one thing changed. So like there's one where like when Captain America was about to be injected with the stuff to make him Captain America, something happened and he couldn't do it. So the girl stepped in, but she was the British woman that he ended up had his relationship with. Peggy, was that her name? I don't remember. So she becomes like Lady Britain or fucking whatever. I don't remember the
Captain
name.
America.
Right. So there's like
that's pretty cool.
it's really interesting and like but then that ties in with the timelines, with the dimensions, with fucking Loki breaking the fucking timeline.
Freaking Disney got Marvel rights and has fucking just ran with it. Holy crap. There's so many.
And I mean, like, granted, it's not, they're taking it from the comics. You know what I mean? So, like, all these stories are like, they're not making it up. They're just, like, rewriting. But Stan Lee wrote these comics over 60 years, and Disney's making it movies and shows over, like, 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like they're not just coming out of their ass. Like, they're taking it from the comics. But, I mean, he wrote these comics over decades. And you guys are doing this all.
Right.
And my brain's going to explode.
Right.
So, let me just keep going. Animations, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, new original animated series, January 29th, 2025. Daredevil, Born Again, March 4th, 2025. That's another Marvel. He's another Marvel character. Percy Jackson and the Olympian Season 2 is in production and will premiere on Disney Plus in 2025. There's going to be a new Korean series, Light Shop, presented for and for all the K-pop and BTS. The trailer for the documentary series, Jungkook, I'm Still. Both premiere will arrive exclusively on Disney Plus. Grey's Anatomy. The first 19 seasons are available on Disney Plus. Season 20 will arrive in March 2025.
Oh my god.
Alien.
19 seasons. Fucking wild.
Right? I never watched any of it.
Yeah. KK did. I think she fucking watched all 19 seasons.
That's a lot.
Yeah. She just puts it on. Like, she always has her TV on.
She's not paying attention, right?
Yeah.
She's just like soaking it in the background.
Yeah.
Alien Earth presented the new poster and preview of the horror television series based on the Alien franchise that will premiere soon. So I never watched that movie.
It's a lot of fucking movie announcements.
It's a lot.
And shows. Like, that's insane.
They're up to some shit.
Yeah.
So, oh, you guys can't see. I'm just like
They have
my
so
notes.
much going on.
This is my notes.
Oh.
And then there was something else that I didn't even bother taking notes. I just left it up here because they revealed the 13 villains set for Twisted Villains Land. Dark new details. May not be a happily ever after. Villain's Land will follow a mysterious spell that summons villains from every realm to the Magic Kingdom Park. And the villains will be the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Jafar from Aladdin, Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, I think that's the evil stepmother, Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, we love her, Cruella de Vil, 101 Dalmatians, Captain Hook, fan, Peter Pan, Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. We watched Beauty and the Beast the other night. It was
Gaston's going in the villain land?
Yeah, Gaston's a villain.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't he there normal anyways? I guess some of these are anyways. Like some of them, like Maleficent's, you can find her there now.
I think she's at Disneyland. I don't see her at Disneyland.
Oh, I don't know.
She has like a dragon in the parade, but it's like a giant fire-breathing ass dragon.
Maybe it's Disneyland TikToks I'm watching because I see TikToks of like Maleficent and Peter Pan like fucking with her.
Peter Pan is at Magic Kingdom, but I don't think Maleficent is. But yeah, they have like different characters over there, especially like the whole Marvel shit, because Universal here, remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
Right. So they have like different characters over there. Sometimes I get kind of jealous of what's going on over there. Mother Gothel is going to be there. Ursula is going to be there. Hades is going to be there. We're big fans. Chernabog from Fantasia. And both versions of the Evil Queen, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Maleficent. So
That'll be cool.
yeah, that will be cool. And then Ariana Grande is making a public plea to protect and preserve Disney's Tower of Terror ride from Marvel. So the Tower of Terror in Disneyland was rethemed to be a Marvel ride, but I think it's still fucking free falling goddamn elevator situation.
Right. Just kind of how like Splash Mountain was rethemed, but it's still the
same thing, right? And I don't even know why she's mad about that, because they can't have Avengers in Disney World. Universal owns the rights. What do you mean? And also, fuck Tower of Terror.
Yeah. Have you seen the Ariana Grande where they're like, someone put a side by side of like her new boyfriend and her brother, and they look exactly the same?
I think you showed me that. You or somebody else showed me that, because I didn't even know who her brother was. And someone showed me that, and I was like, wow, that is creepy.
Really funny. Yeah. They do look so much alike,
though. That boyfriend's weird looking. I mean, that's not a nice thing to say, but I don't care.
Yeah, and he like left his. They were like
right.
cheating.
He left his wife, so I don't care if I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb revival cast, but we already knew about that. Ferris made me look that up because he wanted to see a trailer. So Phineas and Ferb is coming out with a new season.
My kid's like that. We used to always wake up, what do you want to do today, Phineas? And then I saw a little bit of Disney news myself that they're recording the Christmas special right now.
Oh, they did the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, day before Saturday. Saturday, everybody was there.
Oh, I don't know. I saw it like on my TikTok today. I hadn't seen it over the weekend like at all. It started popping up today, and Elton John was like one of the surprise guests.
It was on mine all week from like Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Everyone's like, we just knew there was a surprise guest coming out, but we didn't know who. And then Elton John comes out and starts singing Tiny Dancer.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they just filmed their Christmas shit. I believe it was Saturday, because I started seeing it like Saturday, and like a couple people were like live there Saturday, so I think it was.
Yeah.
But that is exciting. I'm excited to go
I guess
see the Christmas shit.
do they announce they're doing that, or you just happen to be there?
Well, like, people will announce it online. I don't know that Disney does it, but like I always see it a couple days ahead, because there's so many of the Disney influencers that are like invited to the shit that they leak it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Disney's smart with that. Like it's so much easier and cheaper to like pay internet stars a little bit and let them in than to like pay for a real advertisement. So, yeah, you see some of that shit a little bit ahead of time. And I think that they do another one later on too, because like the Hughes weren't there.
I saw her.
Oh, she was there?
I saw a number she did as a fucking cheerleader or something down Main Street.
Okay, well then maybe this is it. Cause I feel
but
like
I didn't see Derek, but I saw Julianne.
Right?
Huff. I always said Huff.
I don't know what their name is.
Yeah.
And I also remember I watch most things with the volume off, so I'm just making shit up. You know what I mean? I'm not listening because it's too much. You know, a little kid, like I don't anything like most time, like if it's just a video and there's no words, I'm going by. I'm going by.
Oh yeah,
there's like
captions.
Right. If it's just if you want me to like listen to your audio, then we're probably not. I'm probably not.
I listen to audio on TikTok, so I feel like a lot of it is like the music or like the sound bite that they use. You know.
Yeah. I don't hang out that much on there. And I'm the same as Disney, you know what I mean? So I'm like just letting my stupid Disney friends stuff.
Yeah.
Or there's captions or whatever. Because I can't hear in my house.
Right.
You know? Someone's always screaming. Cats are always trying to smack my phone out of my hand. I don't know why they do that. They're assholes.
Their little paws will actually move the screen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Doug today, Ferris was like playing something on my phone and Doug kept like touching it. And I
So
was like,
annoying.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
The cat wants to play fucking Monopoly.
Yeah.
Go. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta play with Doug if you want to play games on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know that I had anything. Maybe. I didn't even check to see what I sent, but I don't know what I sent. I like her, but...
I feel like that was everything that we wanted to talk about.
Oh. Mattel accidentally listed adult film site on Wicked Dolls packaging.
I saw that. So Mattel, obviously, like, Wicked had their premiere, so all of their merch came out. And the Mattel Barbies, on the back of it, it's the actual website to the movie's website is wickedmovie.com. But the back of all the Mattel Barbies say wicked.com, and apparently that's a fucking porn site. Like, that's so fucked up. What do? Do they pull them all?
Get your
They
shit
have
together,
to pull
Mattel.
them,
They
right?
have to. They have to. They have to.
I mean,
They're not gonna
that's
sell
like,
those.
yeah. I mean, all that did probably, I guess, for collectors, that like increased the value of those.
Right, because they're gonna get pulled immediately.
They're gonna, yeah, they have to be gone now,
They
right?
can't let that go. You can't let that go. You're gonna get
How
sued
many
so quick.
people did that pass through and not get caught?
You know, that's what I wonder. Whenever there's like anything like, you know what I mean, on like some of these commercials too. Like commercials are back, right? And it's like some of the things that these people say. It's like, so how many people approved this?
Yeah,
How many people approved this?
yeah.
So no one's doing their job.
Like somebody
No one's
fucking
double checking the
put
Wicked
a
website.
porn site on a fucking Barbie doll. That was wild. Yeah,
That
I
was
saw
wild.
that.
I think that's all I really got. It was like Disney News. We got nothing. Then I don't know. The Diddy stuff. So it's, I mean, I don't have anything new, but it's like Planner claims Diddy decorated freak-offs with hundreds of mirrors to watch wall-to-wall debauchery and spent how much? And like, so all the Diddy stuff is like terrible and like consent. You can't, you know, be raping people. You can't be like coercing people into having sex with you because you have power and that you have something they want. And rape. This is all terrible stuff. But at the same time, I don't know, I'm going to give myself away here, but all the stuff that they're like saying is like so crazy and gross is like a lot of it, again, besides like the coercion and the consent and the rape and the drugging people without them knowing it, but like mirrors on the wall, cameras lighting, this is all pretty standard orgy stuff. This is all pretty standard orgy stuff.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what I
mean?
like. When you just read that, I was like, that's not really like.
And I keep seeing like stuff like that, and it's like, oh my god, there was hundreds of dildos, and like I know there's a bunch of vibrators, but like, okay, if you got 600 people having sex, how many dildos do you need? More
Right.
than 3.
Right,
Sanitary reasons.
right. Like
1,000 bottles of baby oil was crazy, but if you're having regular orgies, if they were consensual, none of this would have been weird. If it was all consensual and nobody was being raped or coerced, I feel like none, like
all those
the
details,
thing,
are,
the details
like,
aren't.
all those details are not relevant to the offenses, right?
Right, and it seems like they're just like trying to like, again,
I guess
Diddy
they're just trying to
sucks,
like
fuck
paint
him.
this picture,
But right, I feel like a lot of it just seems like irrelevant, right? It's like, well, this is,
right.
and you know, it's like, oh, there was sex swings.
I saw that his lawyer's trying to get bail again under the guise that some of the accusations were, he has proof that some of the accusations were actually consensual. Some. Motherfucker, that doesn't matter.
No, he needs to rot, and you can't let him out because we have so much proof at this point of how many people that he's coerced, that he's bullied, that if he gets out, he's just going to go around trying to like kill people so that they don't testify against him. No, you can't let him out. I just think that some of the reporting on like regular things that go on in sex parties is a little wild.
Right. They just want their like
Right.
moment to say something, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Mirrors on the wall. Cool.
Yeah. Do you watch, this is like, I don't know what just made me think, but do you watch Outer Banks?
No, but I feel like I saw something pop up about it today. And then I was like, you know what? I don't understand enough to read this article. And I kept scrolling.
Yeah, because the way they just ended season 4 was so fucked up. I don't know how much to give away. Like, it literally just came out. So, they released it in 2 parts. So, like, the first 4 episodes came out, like, last month. And then they just released the last 4 episodes, or 5 or whatever. I think it was 10 episodes. So, maybe it was 5 and 5. But they just released the second half. And I finished it last night. And the very I mean, the show got, like, the very first season was so fucking good. Like, I mean, it was like a teeny bopper or whatever, like
Oh, we
young
like
adult
those.
show about treasure hunting. Like, it was interesting. It was fun. Like, the chemistry was cool between the people. The two were dating. Like, Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein were dating in the first. So there was, like, good chemistry. And then, like, those two broke up. And season 2 was okay, but it just kind of felt like repetition, 3, repetition, and now 4, and it's like the same repetition. They're like these young kids who, like, go on treasure hunts and somehow evade fucking death and find the treasure. They always find the treasure. They always evade death. And, like, in just unrealistic ways. You know what I mean? So it just kind of got, like,
Stupid.
overdone and stupid. And now,
Mhm.
like, none of them fucking get along. There's, like, rumors that, like, the two love interests, JJ and Key, which I forget the names of, like, the real actors that play it, like, don't get along. And there's, like, rumors of, like, stunt doubles and, like, cuddling scenes because, like, JJ has... This is rumors. JJ has a girlfriend in real life that doesn't want him, like, doing these scenes with the girls on the show.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Where, like, now Chase Stokes, who's, like, John B in it, is dating Kelsey Ballerini. And Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein, that's their real names in real life, were the two main people in it, were dating in real life the first season. Now they're no longer dating. They're still the love interests of each other in the show. And Chase is dating Kelsey. And there's not, like, stunt doubles for Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein. So why
Right.
are we doing stunt doubles for, like, JJ and Key?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's all this controversy there. But without giving too much away, you know how I said they always get the treasure and they always live?
Mm-hmm.
One of those two things were not true for season 4. And the way it went down, it was just weird. I don't know. There's just, like, everyone thinks that it's because...
They just needed to end it because they were sick of fighting with them.
I think, yeah. Yeah. But they announced season 5. Like, they announced a 5th season.
Oh.
So, and they said it's going to be the last one. Like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, because you guys can't, like, drag this out any longer. Like, how many times can, like, kids, I guess they're, like, young adults. They're probably, like, portraying, like, they're not in school, so unless it happens over summer, I don't know, they never go to fucking school, so they gotta be like 18, 19 years old.
And if it's 4, is it 4 seasons, or are they 20 something at this point?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's weird.
Hmm.
It's just a show that was so fucking good season 1, and then now we're, like, just ended season 4 and it is not as good as it was.
So you guys are ruining my life and my shows?
Yeah.
It's like that Once Upon a Time. I never watched it at first when it came out, and I didn't know that it was a thing. And then I found it, like, a year or 2 ago, and I was, like, Snapchatting to, like, my sister-in-law and, like, someone else. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, that show was really good at first. And it was the same thing. It was like a neat premise. It was like a storybook kind of, like,
Yeah.
thing. And it was, like, after a couple seasons, like, they kind of, like, wrapped up the story that they started. But I guess it was so popular, they kept, like, just throwing new problems in. And it was like, you've ruined it. You've ruined everything.
Yeah.
And now I'm, like, in the middle of, like, one of the seasons and haven't turned it on in months because I wanted to finish it just to finish it because it was so good in the beginning. But I'm at the part and a little bit of stubbornness because people were like, oh, you're going to hate it by season whatever. And then you're going to be mad and then you're going to turn it off. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's stupid.
Yeah. I almost couldn't finish season 4, but I did because I'm like, I'm in
Right,
it
that's
now.
the thing. I'm
Like,
invested.
Invested. And then the way season 4 ended, I'm like, I kind of knew something like that had to happen because it couldn't just keep being where, like, they always won.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I said it at the beginning of season 4. I'm like, something has to happen in season 4 where, like, those two things aren't true because it's impossible. You can't make a show that, like, every time they fucking succeed.
Right. Where's the fun?
Right.
Where's the suspense?
Right. But it was just very oddly done. There were, like, other moments. fucking ambulance. Going by to 95. Some fucking crash. They just can't, it was just very weird. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because it literally just came out. So I don't want to, like, spoil it for people. But
Well, don't. We're at an hour anyway.
yeah. All right. Well, I guess on that note, I don't think I have anything else.
I don't think I do.
Yeah. So I don't know. Should we, like, premise?
I guess. Yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
We're going to take a break coming up.
yeah, so we decided that through the holiday season, we are going to take a break unless something insane happens that like we have to talk about.
Right. But
So like a special episode maybe here or there if like
Right.
fucking
Scott gets out.
something happens with Diddy or like something that like we feel like we have to talk about. But otherwise, we are going to call this a season 1, take a break, and come back in the new
was
year.
Tanera in that last
No,
night?
no.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say-
saying it's coming up. Like,
yeah.
I guess I was just premising
Premise.
because that's like next week, I think.
Is it that? And that's what when you started saying, I was like, wait, was it this week that we had decided
No.
on? Because we made a decision, but I don't remember.
We
what it
made a
was.
decision, so I think it will be. Oh fuck! Now I forget. We should have wrote that in our calendar.
Did I?
What day we decided, but it was coming up. So before we go away on our break, if you can like, share, comment, and get some people to listen to the last fucking 40 episodes that we have
Yeah, they're really good. It's all very empty.
that we have recorded,
I guess I didn't write anything down either.
it would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, I guess I don't know. For some reason, I just felt like the need to say that. Just
No, you're right.
reminisce it, like.
And I like meant to ask you if we wanted to say it a couple weeks ago, and I just completely forgot. So
Yeah.
good on you.
All right, but we will be back next week for a few more episodes in season 1.
All right, peace out.
Peace out. K-Town down. Thanks for being here.